We've all seen a glass top stove before. They're all pretty and shiny and smooth and everything, fancy looking in the stores and in the beginning when you first get them. But over time they can become scratched or stained and kind of gross looking. You can even get broken. The glass on the top can just shatter. And today I'm going to do a repair where I replace the entire top glass surface of a stove. I'm going to take you along with me so that you can replace one too if you need to. Let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to put on the screen the model of the stove that I'm working on. If you're working on this model, then it's step by step exactly what I do. If you have a different model stove, your results may vary. It may be built a little bit different. So just keep that in mind as we go along. The first thing you want to do, of course, is always kill the breaker or unplug it. You don't want to get electrocuted when that could be totally avoided with a flip of a switch or just unplugging it. So safety first, go ahead and kill the power. Okay. Then we can move around to the front of the range where you open the front door. Up underneath the front lip there are two screws holding the top down. But you take those two screws out and you can then lift the front of the range kind of like you would the hood of a car. What I would suggest at this point is to pull out a camera, your phone, whatever, and take a picture of every connection of every end of every wire. And the reason for that is because it'll come in handy later when you try to wire the thing back up. I've seen some ranges that back there on the back side, there's a clip and you can just unclip the wires and it's free. In my case, there wasn't a little clip there, so I had to undo each individual burner before I could remove the top. Once I had those wires removed, I could then remove stovetop itself. The stovetop sits on two pegs on the back. The range has two pegs sticking out, and then the hood actually just kind of hooks over it like that. So you kind of wiggle it and get the hood off. So once you get your stovetop off, find yourself a flat workspace that you can work from with plenty of room to lay your new cooktop and your old cooktop on side by side. It'll be easier to work with and find what you need to find. And what you're looking for, if you notice on each of these burners, there are numbers that go all the way around. I don't know what these numbers mean, but I do know you need to take note that, for example, this clip is on number 15 and this clip is on number 48. Also take note of where these brackets are located at. And then what we're going to do, I'm going to take that screw out and undo that clip. I'm going to carry it directly over here and I'm going to put the clips back where they belong, put the burner in place, put the screw where it belongs in those same numbers so that everything lines up. If you do not do this, your burner will be off center, so your cooktop will have the circle, but then when you turn it on, your burner will be off on one side or the other. Okay, you can see that I've took the first one, removed it from the old cooktop. I've installed it on the new cooktop. This clip is at 15 like it originally was, and the screw is at 48 where it originally was. So now I'm going to do this with the other three burners and I'll be back. Alright, I have all of them removed from the old one. I have them all transferred over here to the new ones. All of the numbers match up with what they were, so now I just need to go and put it back in the original oven. Once I got the cooktop installed on top of the range, I went back and referenced the pictures that I took earlier of where the wires went, and I reconnected every one of those wires. I made sure that every one of them was back where they belong, including the little light, that the hot surface indicator light. That also has two wires on it to make sure that they are on there and in the right spot. And another wire you don't want to forget is the ground wire. In my case, it was on the back side on a screw. But once you got your wires hooked back up and you've double checked that they're all in the right place, looking at your photos that you took earlier, you go ahead and put the cooktop back down. You don't have to hold it up with your head and your shoulder anymore like I was. Put your cooktop back down. Put those 2 screws back under the little lip there above the range door. And once you got those two screws back in there, you can plug it back up, turn the breaker on, and we're ready to test drive this baby. You want to turn it back on, make sure that all 4 of your burners are still working, and hey, you're in good shape. If, like say, if one of those burners is off center of where it's supposed to be, go back and double check those numbers of that burner, because maybe you're off by a slot or two. So that's it in a nutshell. It's a very simple process. It's for me, the hardest part of the whole thing was trying to hold the top up with my shoulder and my head while I'm trying to hook the wires back up. But you know, but anyways, now that you got your oven fixed and taken care of, why don't you stick around, check out another video? Who knows? You might learn something else. So with that, I'll catch you on the next one.